Now, let's go to chapter 13. And we're going to get more description about the Antichrist, the false prophet here, the amount of time he has to persecute the saints, and some of the things he'll be doing. Okay, Revelation 13. Then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name. Again, these are the out of Daniel's dream. We see the body. Nebuchadnezzar was the head of gold, and the feet mixed with clay and iron of these nations that have come together, the European Common Market nations. Okay. Now the beast which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mountain like the mountain of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. So it is Satan who's giving him the power. Right? I saw one of his heads as if it had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world marveled and followed the beast. He is going to be captivating. He's going to have an ability to speak, and people are going to listen to him and believe him and hang on every word. I mean, Hitler had the ability to do that to speak and captivate people. And this man is going to have even greater authority than Hitler, because he'll be able to do miraculous things as we continue to read here. So they worshiped the dragon who gave authority to the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him? You see, Satan is going to need a body when he comes to earth. And he's going to inhabit the body of a man who's going to be the Antichrist, where he's going to work through him. And then there's going to be a false prophet who's going to be a religious leader that is going to tell the people of the earth, this man is God, we need to worship him. All right, that's very important to understand. And he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And he was given authority to continue for 42 months. Now, that 42 months is the amount of time he's given to persecute the saints. After that 42 months, as we saw from Revelation, the 5th seal, when all the saints are killed, the number is killed, they're caught up to be with the Lord. They're in Revelation 7. We see that great number that came out of the earth that no man could number, from all nations, tribe, and spirit that are up in heaven. At this period of time, after the 42 months, the Lord catches them up to heaven. We showed that on the chart. Okay, this completes the first resurrection. You'll have the raptured saints together with the tribulation saints. Then they're all seen in heaven. After that 42-month period of time, he will no longer have the saints to persecute. Instead, we will then go to a period of time known as Daniel's 70th week. And the first half of Daniel's 70th week, the Antichrist will have a peace agreement with Israel. He'll allow them to rebuild the temple, and halfway through it, he'll go into the temple. It's called the abomination of desolation, proclaim himself to be God, and then, as we saw from the prior chapter, the 2 witnesses are sent to earth. Okay, and those 2 witnesses are going to testify about the Lord. All right, let's continue now. Okay, so he was granted to make war with them for 42 months. And it was granted him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and authority was given him over every tribe, nation, and tongue. So for this 42-month period of time, he's going to be able to kill many people. He will basically rule and expand his kingdom. And all who dwell on the earth will worship him, whose names have not been written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the earth. If anyone has an ear, let him hear. He who leads in captivity shall go into captivity. He who kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is patience in the faith of the saints. So God, in this revelation, is telling his people what's going to happen. So it's no surprise when all of a sudden they wonder, how did evil prosper? Because Satan will have the authority to kill them for this 42-month period of time. Okay, let's go on. Verse 11. Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. So you have the Antichrist, and then you're going to have the false prophet. And the false prophet is going to tell people, hey, this guy's like God. He's going to be a religious leader. And I'm not going to get into details of who that might be at this period of time. But he's going to be somebody that has tremendous stature. So when you think about somebody with tremendous stature throughout the world, it's a he's in a position of power, of great authority. All right? But he's religious but not saved, because this happens after the rapture. And Satan, when he comes to earth with all his demons, is going to have tremendous authority over the earth and its people to possess them. So this false prophet will do tremendous things, as we're about to read about. He will perform great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Tremendous miracle. That's where the deception is so strong. That's why Jesus said, let no man deceive you. And he deceived those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he was granted to do in the sight of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast, who was wounded by the sword and lived. So how are we going to know who the false prophet, the Antichrist is? He's going to get a deadly wound to the head, and he's going to miraculously come back to life, even though he should have died. That's how. Anyway, let's continue. He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, so that no one might buy or sell except one who has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him who understands calculate the number of the beast, as the number of a man is number 666. Now the key here is there's going to be a device that, actually there's a device now, it's made by Applied Digital Solutions, that you could put under your skin, and when you have that device under your skin, it does two things. It could track every place you go in the world, so they could find you on the corner store. But secondly, it allows you, it acts as like a credit card. You know, any transaction you want to make, or a debit card, it's better. You know, you have a balance in the bank, boom, you go to the gas station, it debits you. All right? Nobody will be able to buy or sell. They'll get rid of money, because now we have the technology. I mean, it's here. To do this, no one will be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Okay, now, I'm going to end here. We finished Revelation chapter 13. We see from chapter 12 on, chapter 12, we got the perspective of the rapture. 13, Antichrist coming to earth. He's going to have tremendous power and ability to deceive. And when we get to 14, we're going to talk about some of the things that are going to happen from the earthly perspective again, the Jews being sealed, so we know when these things happen, we can correlate them back to the other events. So this was show 4. In show 5, we're going to start with Revelation chapter 14. I'm Mike Vilardi. I appreciate you watching the show, and I hope that you're getting something out of it. But before I end, I just want to say the most important thing is to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And if you don't do that, you can ask him into your heart right now by saying, Lord, I know I'm a sinner. I know you died for my sins. Come into my heart. Be my Lord. Be my Savior. And when you do that, you'll become a child of God. So I just wanted to close with that, and thank you very much for watching this show. God bless.